Councilmember Charles Barron.
I just wanted to ask if you don't know, that would be very interesting, of Alton Maddox. Alton Maddox was a lawyer in this state, and for 20 years he doesn't have a license. Around the Tawana Brawley case, they took his license. Alton Maddox never cheated any clients, wasn't even in court with Tawana Brawley because she was a victim, not someone who was charged with anything. And this has been a gross miscarriage of justice. For over 20 years, this man is without a license. I know some lawyers who were engaged in far greater crimes and they got their license back. If you don't know about him, that would say something. But if you do, I want to know, would any one of you support him? Whether you had the power to make the decision or not is not the question. Would you champion Alton Maddox getting his license back in New York State? Because that's one of the greatest gross miscarriages of justice in this state.
Mr. Dinala.
I do know the case that you refer to, and I know of the lawyer. My position would be, though, that what I would do, I think the office has great opportunity here, is sit down and examine it and see if there's a good argument and try to maybe, on his behalf, broker some kind of an outcome, as I did at the insurance department on several contested issues. I think that the AG's office could be there, could be used to examine the future of lawyers who have lost their license or are under such a situation. But I'm not going to sit here now and predetermine it, but I think it's a great opportunity for the AG's office, sort of working hand in hand with the bar, because it is the chief legal officer of the state, to re-examine some of these situations.
Mr. Brodsky.
Good evening, Charles. Nice to see you again. Alton Maddox, any citizen on the street, with powerful friends or not, will have access to the Attorney General's legal judgments, and if any of those people want their cases re-examined, I will participate in that, applying the same standard of law and fact to any citizen of the state who seeks an opinion of the Attorney General.
Ms. Rice?
That's a political answer, but I really wanted to know, because most of you, and I know you know the case, do you need to examine it, or would you champion and not just treat Alton Maddox like any other citizen and all of that? That's kind of a safe answer, and I know yours is kind of safe too.
Folks.
I'm just trying to find out.
I'm allowing a follow-up here, so can we?
The reason why I want to follow up because I don't want a political, evasive answer.
I wouldn't champion it, and I wouldn't dismiss it. I would examine it fairly. Charles, if that is, in your judgment, a political answer, in my judgment, it's the answer, the only answer the chief law enforcement of the state can give, especially in a highly charged political atmosphere. What you're going to get from me is an open door and a very smart analytical mind and a fair and reasonable judgment. No more, no less for Mr. Maddox than for any other person in the state.
Ms. Rice?
I don't give opinions, and I don't make decisions in any case, whether it's a question like yours or a case that comes before me as DA, without knowing any of the facts. Okay, I remember the case. I lived here, I remember it, but it would be inappropriate for me to comment on what the standards are with the Bar Association, the exact facts of the case, what he was alleged to have done, what the standards are that the Bar Association applies, because it's the Character and Fitness Committee there that decides who gets there. No, I do know something about the case, but I do not know about the subsequent legal, and I don't know about the subsequent legal proceedings, and I think it would be inappropriate. I'm just telling you, for me, I don't have enough information to say.
The neighborhood have more information. It's been 20 years.
Okay, well, there should be more public accounting of it. If people want a public accounting, if people want to know what happened, they can try to get the information from the various state agencies.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Coffey?
I know about the case, and I want to know more about the case. I don't think, with rare exception, that anyone should be defined by their worst moment in their life. So I'd like to hear more about why you think this is a travesty. I remember the details of the case at the time. I remember reading that he was disbarred. I have I've represented a disbarred attorney in my career, and I know how painful that can be, that was their profession and they've lost it. And there are plenty of lawyers who've been restored. This may be a case. I don't know the facts, but I'd like